This is Group 1's Ignite presentation on cybersecurity. I'm Adam Anderson.
Josiah Mordoff.
I'm Ansel Gandhi.
I'm Ethan Stacy.
And I'm Jordan Smith. Our topic, which is cybersecurity, which explains actively protecting systems, networks, programs, and information online. Cybersecurity began with a research project done by Bob Thomas. He realized that a computer left a small trail wherever it went. Types of cyber attacks: ransomware, which attacks computers or data and demands money to undo it; spyware, spies on your personal information; and botnet uses your computer for server space. Additional types of cyber attacks: phishing scams, which tricks users into giving out information; and DDoS, which overloads a network with information in an attempt to slow and/or crash it. Types of identity thefts: credit card fraud, which is the largest at 35.3%, and employment and tax fraud, which is the second largest at 21.8%. And then the least one is government fraud at 6.9%.
How people make it easy on attackers. This usually has to do with how they make their passwords. So using your name, your password, numbers, and series, pet names, or birth dates really are not a good idea for passwords because they're really easy to guess. I would not recommend doing that. Other ways, not having a firewall, antivirus software does help. I recommend using it. Malware protection, DNS filtering, all these things help prevent it. Also, be careful what you click on. Clicking on unknown links and downloading things is a really easy way to get attacked, so be careful. Here we have a chart. The light blue is millions of records exposed, and the dark blue is data breaches. So in 2018, we had 446 million records exposed and over 1,000 data breaches total. So it is a prevalent issue today. Who is affected? Elderly people are affected a lot just because they're easy to target, easy to confuse. Unassuming young adults. So like once again, clicking on unknown links is a really easy way to get attacked. And data leaks affect anyone, so nobody's completely safe.
In terms of identity theft, the biggest age group is the college age range between 20 and 29, but overall, pretty much everybody is affected by this, including people over 70. In terms of college students, anybody applying to new credit cards are going to be targeted as newcomers. And Javelin Strategy and Research found that college students were 3 times more likely to be a victim of fraud. In terms of hacks that had college students, collections 1 through 5, that's 25 billion emails. WhatsApp, there was a spyware version of WhatsApp that came out. Fortnite, there was add-ons for Fortnite that had ransomware in it. In terms of Trine students, last year Trine Outlook emails were compromised. This year check accounts were compromised. So try to use school email for school activities and report stuff to Trine IT.
Our first major solution to cyber attacks is having a mandatory convocation. This will bring awareness to all the students here at Trine to get them aware of the threats and how to protect themselves from cyber attacks. The way we'll go about doing this is by contacting Deb McHenry, the Executive Director of Student Successes, and with her we will set up a date to do a 1-hour convocation mandatory to all incoming freshmen just to get the awareness out. Our second solution is dual authentication. Dual authentication adds a second layer of protection. So not only will you have your password, you will also have one of these next 3 things to authenticate yourself to be able to log into your account. Dual authentication is a very effective and easily implemented way to protect yourself from cyber attacks. It's very hard for an attacker to guess your password plus get the second verification. It can be annoying, but it's well worth it due to its effectiveness.
And other ways to protect yourself is password manager, avoiding a duplicate login credentials, keep your software up, delete and use the account, and do not put your personal things in public. Downloading and updating forms of protection, run antivirus scans, changing passwords frequently, have a backup for your data. Do not click on something you don't know where it's come from. And these are our sources we get our information from. And this is the presentation for Group 1. Thank you.